Hello, everyone, and welcome to another CRM Snacktime Snippet. I'm Alex Killian, the video producer here on the marketing team. And today we have the pleasure of hearing from Mike Ahrenhoersterbaeumer, the Senior Business Development Manager here at XTIVIA. Mike, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me, Alex. Good to talk to you.
So today, to jump into our CRM topic, we're talking about the cost of hiring a full-time Salesforce admin versus XTIVIA's Salesforce admin service. So Mike, can you tell us a little bit about the key differences there?
Yeah, sure. And it's a good topic, Alex, and I feel like it's, especially in today's market, today's economy, it's becoming an even more relevant topic of discussion. The cost to hiring a seasoned or experienced, specialized Salesforce administrator is doing nothing but going up. Typically on average, the cost to hire a Salesforce administrator or full-time person could be anywhere between $75,000 and $100,000 a year, right? That's just salary. That doesn't take into account, benefits, training that you may have to put them through, like company training, retirement, all of those things that a company is typically paying for and covering for their full-time employees. And then also factor in that 75 to 150K, it could even be more than that if you're looking for a specialized person, someone with a lot of certifications, real life experience. Location plays a big role in that. If the person is located in a big market, cost of living is obviously significantly more expensive in those areas. So all of that's just going to drive up that cost if you need to, or feel like you need to hire a full-time employee, a full-time Salesforce administrator, right? Sometimes, in my opinion, companies may overthink that a little bit. Sometimes it is prudent for an organization to have a full-time administrator, or maybe a couple, just depending on how large the organization is. How many individuals do they have leveraging Salesforce today? How many requests are they getting in for help with building reports, changing things in Salesforce, whatever it is, right? And some of those companies, it makes sense. But for some who have full-time employees or are looking to hire another one, they need outside assistance, right? That's where we come in. But then you also have those companies, that feel like, hey, we're rolling out Salesforce, or we're taking a big step with Salesforce. We think we need a full-time person inside to help us manage that, right? And sometimes that may just not necessarily be the case. You're paying somebody six figures. You're expecting them to be busy, work full-time, continue to help make updates to the system. And just depending on your company's usage of Salesforce, that may not even necessarily call for a full-time employee, right? So in that case, you might be overpaying for someone that you don't necessarily need to. So with XTIVIA, we have what we call our Salesforce Admin on Demand offering. Essentially, it can be used in two different ways. We have customers that use it that do have full-time Salesforce admin people in-house, but they're already super busy. They need to hand things off to someone else, or maybe they are truly a Salesforce admin and they don't know the development side of the house as much, or how to build flows, how to code, do those different things. So again, they're still needing somebody like us to help out. But then those companies that don't have Salesforce admins internally, we kind of are their de facto Salesforce administrator. And again, that's where our admin on demand offering comes into play. And it can be a big time cost savings versus hiring a full-time person or hiring multiple full-time people, right? The way our offering works is it is basically just a managed services offering. It's a bucket of hours that are good for 12 months that you can utilize for anything Salesforce related. So the whole admin on demand is almost a little bit misleading, because it's truly admin, consulting, training, development, whatever you might need, you can use us in those hours to help out. So if you need to build a brand new whole custom application on Heroku or on the Salesforce platform, and that's all development, those hours can be used for that. If you just need somebody to call on to help you build reports, to help train your team, onboard new folks, set up role security, whatever it is, those same hours can be used for that. So it really is an all-encompassing engagement. So it is kind of Salesforce admin and development, which when you're hiring a full-time Salesforce admin, they may not have that development expertise, right? So that's still not going to meet all your needs, and it's at a very high cost. Ours, it's very flexible and it's very scalable. So we have customers that, they have as little as 8 hours a month. That's all they feel like they need, right? We have other customers that we have a couple people that are basically staffed full time there because that's what they need. They evaluated, they wanted to go this route versus having to hire a couple full-time people, worry about paying for benefits, worry about 401k, all of that kind of different stuff. And they felt that working with a company like us was the better route for them to go. And it has been a big success, right? We have a few customers that are that way. So that's what's kind of nice about it. It is flexible, right? You can start small, you can start large and scale up, scale down throughout the entire contract. So you're not feeling like you're wasting hours or getting enough out of it, right? You can go up and down as you have new initiatives pop up. It may be a slow month where you don't really need much. That's fine. And then the next month you have these 3 new project requests come in. So you don't just need one person, you need 3 or 4 to step in and help deliver those projects. And that's where ours comes into play, right? I mean, you kind of have a face, an admin that's your go-to, so that you get to know, that you recognize, that you're working with day in, day out. But if something ramps up, if you have a specialized request that maybe that person doesn't have experience with, we have a full team of developers and administrators who have kind of seen it all and done it all when it comes to Salesforce. And so those individuals are part of that agreement as well. So just because you sign up for an admin on demand with XTIVIA doesn't mean you just get one admin. You get access to our entire stack of developers and administrators. And like I said, a lot of companies may just not need an FTE. They may be overthinking it. Start small, go with the admin on demand, and expand up or down, from there, just depending on how it goes and what your team's finding successful out of the system. So it's definitely something to evaluate before you just go out in the marketplace and try to hire a full-time person. It's hard to find those today, and the cost for them is going up, right? So why not just engage with a company like us for the admin on demand service and find out just how successful you can be. So that's really kind of what I have to say on that topic today. It's a hot button topic. Everybody's out there looking right now that has Salesforce. So why not look at XTIVIA and our flexible admin on demand offering that really covers anything that you might need from a Salesforce perspective and stuff. But that's what I have today for today's Snacktime Snippet, Alex. So I appreciate everybody's time. Look forward to talking with you next week or next time. And I'll pass it back to you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Mike. As Mike mentioned, if there's any interest in our Salesforce Admin on Demand service, please reach out. All our info is in the description below. And please come back next week for another CRM Snacktime Snippet. Thanks for joining us today.